been thinking, Brother George. I've been thinking about you, Brother George. When he comes, I'd like you to root something to him. Root? What's the matter with root? It's not English. When I went to night school, it was root. Yeah. Jumps around. No, seriously. Say no, brother. Yeah, I didn't think that. Why should he knock himself out in New York with all that cutthroat competition? I got so many friends right here. I'm very friendly with a lot of big lawyers in town. I can send George up right here. No, it ain't. I want you to understand. I'm taking a trip. That's what I mean to say. Well, when you get older, you like to feel accomplished something. Well, the only thing I've accomplished is my son. And I'm not bringing. I mean, that is all that I've accomplished. Well, in a year or 18 months, your father is going to be a free man. Who's he going to turn to? Huh? Baby, he's going to come old and mad into your house.
Well, that can't matter anymore.
I don't want that age. Come to me, son.
I'll just say that will never happen.
Well, you're in love. Believe me, I'm older than you, and I know. Daughter's a daughter, but good heavens. That's why I'd like you and George to go into prison and say, Dad, Joe would like to bring you into the business just to get out.
You have him at the party?
No part. A good job. Well, I want him to know while he's waiting. I want him to know that there's a place for him when he gets out. If he takes some of the bitterness away. So he got a place.
Joe, you owe him nothing.
I owe him a kick in the teeth, but he's here.
Then kick him in the teeth. I don't want him anywhere near that place. You understand me? I don't talk like that. People misunderstand you.
Well, I don't understand why
It's her father. She feels...
No.
What are you talking about? Why are you saying
He's a
this?
father. He's a father. I didn't mean to yell at you.
Oh, I forgot all about it. I forgot all about it. I'm supposed to fix Katie's hair for school. She's combing it out already.
Always a smile. Anybody else?
Or why not?
Well, come on up and comb my Katie's hair. Take time in line. Make her
Oh,
beautiful.
I will.
Hey, that could be a song, couldn't it? Come on up and comb my Katie's hair. Oh, come on up, cause she's my lady fair. How about that for 1 year night school, huh? Oh, come on up, and comb my lady's hair.
What's the matter? Where is he? Where's your mother? Upstairs dressing. Why?
What happened to George?
I asked him to wait in the car. Listen to me now. You give some advice. Don't bring him in here.
Why?
Kate's in bad shape. You can't explode this in front of him.
Well, what?
You know why he's here. Don't try to get it away. There's blood in his eye. Try to start talking along.
Don't be an old lady.
He's come to take her home. Now, what does that mean? You know what that means. Fight it out with him someplace else.
All right.
No, stop being an idiot.
Nobody's afraid of you now. Cut that out.
Well, hey, that's a hell of a way to do it. What are you sitting out there for?
Doctor says your mother isn't well.
So what? She wanted to see you anyway, wouldn't she? We've been waiting for you all afternoon.
Well, this is filthy. Did you straighten out his shirt? How about the feet, Jim?
people that bought our house, aren't you?
That's right. Come over and see what we did with it before you leave.
I liked the way it was.
He's frank, isn't he?
I'll see you later.
Hey, easy, dog. Thanks for driving. Well, how about some babies, George? What I mean, especially for you.
Okay, remember my grade?
Hey, you're drinking nothing in this house. How you been, George? Sit down, sit down.
Takes me a minute. Seems impossible.
What?
I'm back here.
Say, you got a little nervous, haven't you?
Yeah, towards the end of the day. What, you're a big executive now?
Oh, no, I'm just a kind of a medium, that's all. How's the law?
I don't know, when I was studying in the hospital, it seemed sensible. But outside, there doesn't seem to be much of a law. We got sick, didn't they? What's that?
Oh, you flew down last night. Except for Larry, you know.
Why, you afraid to forget it?
Kind of a remark to that.
When did you start wearing a hat?
Today. From now on, I decided I would look like a lawyer anyway. Don't you recognize it?
What? What is it?
It's your father. He asked me to wear it.
How is it?
We got smaller.
Smaller?
Yeah, a little. He's a little man. That's what happens to suckers, you know. Good, I went through him in time another year, and then there'd be nothing left but his smell.
What's the matter, George? What's the trouble?
The trouble? The trouble is when you make suckers out of people once, you shouldn't try to do it twice.
Now, what does that mean, huh?
You're not married yet, are you?
Are you married yet?
No.
You're not going to marry him.
Why am I not going to marry him?
Because his father destroyed your family.
Now, look,
Cut it
George.
short, Chris. Tell her to come home with me. Not argue. What I've got to say.
You don't want to be the voice of God, do you?
I'm
So
not
that's
gonna
been
fight.
yourself your whole life. You tied into things. Now, what kind of mistake is that to make? You're a big boy now.
I'm a big boy now.
Don't come fooling here, George. If you got something to say, be civilized about it.
Don't say
Or
anything.
you can talk like a grown man, aren't you?
You kissed me when I left you. Now you're all
My life is turned upside down since then. Couldn't go back to work when you left. Wanted to see Dad. I wanted to tell him you were going to be married. It seemed impossible not to tell him. He loved you so much. Annie, we've done a terrible thing. It can never be forgiven. Not even to send him a card at Christmas. I didn't see him once since I've been home from the war. Annie, you don't know what was done to that man. You don't know what happened.
Of course I
You can't know or you wouldn't be here. Dad went to work that day. The night foreman came to him and showed him the cylinder heads. They were coming out of the process with defects. There was something wrong with the process. Dad went directly to the phone, called here and told Joe to come down right away. The morning passed. And no sign of Joe. But Dad called again. This time he had over 100 defectors. The Army was screaming for the stuff and Dad didn't have anything to ship out. So Joe told him. On the phone, Joe told him. Well, cover up the cracks in any way he could and ship them
Are you
out.
through
I'm
now?
not through now. Dad was afraid. He wanted Joe there if he was going to do it. Joe can't come down. He's sick. Sick. Suddenly gets something with suddenly. But he promised to take responsibility. Understand what I'm saying? On the telephone, you can't have responsibility. In court, you can always deny a phone call, and that's exactly what he did. Everyone knew he was a liar the first time. But in the appeal, they believed that rotten lie, and now Joe's a big shot and your father's a patsy.
And how dare you come here with that rot?
Of course Sam was guilty.
The court didn't know your father, and but you know it. You know in your heart, Joe. Get him, lower your voice, or I'll throw you out of here.
She knows. She knows.
Get him out of here, Annie. Get him out of here.
Daniel, Dad told that person in court, and they still found him guilty.
The court didn't know your father.
You know how to fix him up.
I'm gonna ask you something. I want you to look me in the eyes and you answer.
I'll look you in the eye.
You know your father.
Yeah, I know him well.
He's the kind of boss who let 121 cylinder heads be repaired and shipped out of his shop without ever knowing about it.
Who's that kind of a boss?
That's the same Joe Keller that never left his shop without first going around to see that all the lights were out.
The same Joe
The
Keller.
same man that knows how many minutes a day his workers spend in the toilet.
The same man.
My father? That bright little mouse who'd never buy a shirt without someone along? He would dare do such a thing on his own.
On his own. Because he is a bright little mouse. This is another thing you do, George. You throw the blame on somebody else because he is not man enough to take it himself. He tried to work the court, but it didn't work there, but with fools like you it worked.
Oh, Chris, you're a liar yourself.
Don't talk like that.
What happened? The court record was good enough for you all these years. Why isn't it good now? Why did you believe it all these years, George?
Because you believe it. That's the truth, Chris. I believed it because I thought you did. Today I heard from his mouth. And from his mouth it's altogether different than the record. Anyone who knows him and knows your father will believe it from his mouth. Your dad is everything we have. I can't beat that, but she's the one item he's not going to grab. Get your things. Everything they have is covered with blood. You're not the kind of girl that can live with that. Now get your things.
You're not going to believe it, are you?
How can he tell you? It's his fault. None of these things ever even crossed your mind?
Yes, they cross my mind, but anything can cross your mind.
He knows, Dan.
It's the voice of God.
Why isn't your name on the business? Explain that to her.
What the hell does that got to do with anything?
Why isn't his name on it?
Even when I don't own it?
Who are you kidding? Who gets it when he dies? Do you know the both of them? Isn't that the first thing they do when they love each other? J.O. Keller and his son? I'll settle it, or are you afraid to settle it? What do you mean? Let me go upstairs and talk to your father. In 10 minutes you'll have your answer. Or are you afraid of the answer? Oh, I'm not afraid of the answer. I know what the answer is.
My mother isn't well, and I don't want to fight her.
Let me go.
I don't like you now.
Now, what do you want?
You're not going to say anything else.
You're coming with me.
Married because we haven't told him.
You're coming with me.